Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. I have built out the anchor platform a bit more so that I can work on here. And I decided to not use the hangars for the ships. This is easier and a bit faster to fly in, drop the stuff off, and then get going again. The amount of silver is a good amount. I already brought in a lot, and now I'm starting to build the first blocks of the planetary lander that I want to use to get down to Mars. So you can see this is solar powered. At the moment it is definitely powered by the ship, but we have a lot of solar arrays here that works out. I added a third connector down here so that we have a connection to the ship's systems, and we have some built-in repair systems here that works out. Some batteries to power the platform when the ship is not connected, and yeah, that is the thing for the moment. Good. What I want to do, or what I have here, you can see that is the first building blocks of the planetary lander, the connector in the middle, and then a conveyor block. And this top part will vanish at one point. It's just here to, for now, have a bit of stability in this ship. What I want to do is connect it up to okay, there's not enough power in here. Okay, that's maybe a thing we should solve. So let us build a small reactor on here, and then we continue the work on that reactor. Come on, here. So what I have done in the meantime is, as usual, I worked on the ship, and I will show you in a second what I've done there. Oh, okay, now I have spoiled my usual way to get to stuff in here. Let's just put in a bit of uranium. I hope that's then enough to bring the ship to into place here. So okay, remote access, planetary lander, yes, okay. Doesn't need to be too... Why don't I have... Oh, I have two pointing down. That doesn't work then. So let us get another thruster. This takes too long. Yeah, then let me show you what I've done. I have built out the ridge on top that I wanted to build, and I've put some guns on there from the Oki weapons pack. These are guns with ammunition, but the form is really nice. The form is really nice. And yeah, I wanted to build more of these. I will put some down on the bottom side to have, yeah, something like point defense weapons and all that stuff. I'm not sure what I will do with these. Maybe I put some of these on top of here too and remove these ones. And we could build something similar on the bottom of the ship so that we have enough weapons to, yeah, defend ourselves if necessary. The lasers should be good. I hope, at least. That's one of the things. I don't know if the lasers work. I saw them in action a few times, but most of the time these take over because these things have just such a crazy reach. Maybe we can make that shorter so some things can come into range. I also have upgraded the amount of, and now the question is, how do I get in? I've also upgraded the amount of reactors. And let us just make it a very, very short run into here and then go back to working on the planetary lander. I want to kind of get this thing done so that we can go down to the bottom. The question that I have is on the bottom. I want to build a wheel-based no, I'm at the completely wrong stop. A wheel-based vehicle, and the question is, how should we do it? I'm thinking about having a small vehicle-based ship. Maybe I've added another mod again that brings in the big blocks for... See, I added just 2 more reactors, and then I played around with these catwalks to be able to get to the reactors, and I also planned to maybe add some terminals or something around the reactors. And I also think I should do something with the walls, because the walls are, the walls get colored if I color other things, and maybe I should not have that and find a nice design for the walls. We could work with heavy armor blocks to protect these a bit better or something like that. I'm not sure, but that will work out, I hope. Yeah, the question is, build a small, big vehicle or rover, or build a big rover and then, don't know, work with the bigger blocks. That's a thing I kind of want to decide how we will make this. Okay, do we have a thruster now that points downwards? Yes, we have. Good, then let us get in and bring this thing down. Anchor. Thanks. P. And now we can build this thing. This will be... I'm not sure yet how to build it. I want to bring in a crazy amount of atmospheric thrusters, and then maybe... I kind of decided against vector thrust. I always thought but here I might want to not go too complicated, have a lot of downward facing thrusters and then everything else to steer. That would be my idea of that whole thing. I'm not sure yet how this works out. We will see. I want to have a ship that has on the sides some cargo containers, and I want to have at least big ones here. That would be nice. So let us go and see how big one of these things is. I want to have the large ones, and what I need to see is how many... Okay, that works out. That's how I want that. Okay, let us place this. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's... Okay, then we will have to improvise. You can see that we have 3 big connectors on here, and on the other side we have 1 small one. So that gives us the option to maybe... We put the connector relatively backwards, and then we put the power production behind this container, so that we can have all the other containers turned. So this one will have the reactors on the back and will feed uranium into the reactors. I think that's a good idea. Now the question is, do we have a bit of space, a spacer here on the side, so that we can have... wasn't there a spacer for the... Yes, there's a spacer, so that we can maybe have a bit more space in the middle for the whole thing. Question is, how big are the thrusters? Good. Thrusters. We're gonna take these, and then we also take these. The big ones are also only 3 wide, so we might not need... No, we need the spacing in the middle. I want to have stability around the whole thing. So we will put spacers on here and then put the cargo containers on there, and then have a row of... I think we use the iron ones in the middle, and then maybe get away a bit from the connectors with the thrusters, and then have on the outside some atmospheric thrusters. We will see. It can be wide, it shouldn't be high. That's always the thing, because this is the maximum height. If we want to take it with us later, then this the 4 big blocks is the maximum height we have. So we can go a lot wider, but we can't go a lot higher. Good. People, I think I will start to build a bit, come back to you with yeah, if I have progress, and then we take a look what I've done there, and you will be able to then say that's a good idea, that's a bad idea. Maybe some of you have an opinion on that. Good, people. 4 minutes into building, I realized that I'm completely that I'm a bit stupid, and you can see that I placed the reactors differently. I want to have the reactors protected somewhere in the middle or something like that. So, and the thing with what I said is, yes, there's only 3 things on here, and 1 small one in the back. But if we turn this thing, we suddenly have big one, a big one, and that works out too. So I can just do this, have the cargo containers on the outside, basically on the outside. It's not completely on the outside, and put other containers in line with them. So why we have to do this, and I didn't explain that, is components only go through the big conveyors, and so that's the thing. I want to mainly have components in there, and so that's why I yeah, want to have the big container, big conveyor openings here, connections, and that's what I want to continue basically to the front. I also want to put a built-in repair system somewhere on there. We could do that also somewhere in the middle, maybe have another conveyor a bit more to the front, and then replace these things with built-in repair systems, because the small built-in repair systems have exactly this size, and then have just 2 on here. The moment I have 2 reactors on here, that should give us enough power to power hopefully everything that we need. Now I can build out a bit of a frame, and then have big iron thrusters in the middle. The iron thrusters also pointing downwards, and just a few upwards. Again, I want to get the most braking force that I can get. So everything pointed downwards, just a bit pointing upwards, and then on the back side a bit of a few iron thrusters to bring us. So when I go back into orbit, the ship basically uses the atmospheric thrusters to go up into a certain height, and then I just bring it on the back, onto its backside, and then the big ion thrusters take it, hopefully all the way back to orbit then. Good. Okay, I will continue building here, and then we will see us in a few minutes. That took a while longer than I had hoped for, because I was nearly done, and then the game crashed. And after some certain things I've done, I've turned off the auto-saving feature. So that that whole thing was built already, and now I had to rebuild it completely. So at the moment it is pretty bare bones. I would like to make a test flight and go down to the surface and see how it handles, and then load it up before I start doing something more, I would say. One thing I want to do is, by the way, I abandoned the idea to have a built-in repair system somewhere next to the containers. I've put it here in the middle now. That's the built-in repair system. It's not active at the moment. Again, this thing is not loaded up in any way. So what I want to do is, again, go down, see if it handles itself and how it handles itself, and then we bring it back up to orbit and then load it up with materials. That's the first thing I want to test. So, but one thing I want to do is have a connection back to base. And that should be done with the laser antenna. I think that's the best way to do it right now. So let us bring one onto the ship, and then we connect that up to one that we put on the base here. I don't know where. Somewhere here maybe, just so that we have one. Okay, that needs to be named, and that needs to be then connected. So the ship should have everything that we need. So there are down thrusters, there's side thrusters, there's one up thruster, back, front, and that all for the atmospheric thrusters too. And I also included some hydrogen thrusters to be extra careful. We will see how the ship deals without, and then maybe use some hydrogen to... Ooh. Okay, the tank is full. Let us jump in, go up, go to the front. You know that I like my I don't know, I like the shapes of these ships. It always tends to be like a gunship from Alien or something like that. So sorry for that, but that's how I like my ships, I really have to say. Okay, let us go and name this laser antenna. Can we get in contact with it? No, we can't. That's bad. Okay, then let's laser antenna anchor 1. Let us call it that way. That's maybe better. Okay, we will just go for around 200 kilometers. There shouldn't be a need for more, I would say. And now we go in here. Okay, laser antenna also for around maybe a bit more. That's not problematic. So laser antennas, known receivers. Why is it not knowing the... antenna on the... We will bring this up. So it might be that we can even just... Oh, okay. It could be that... Oh, I'm getting a bit of lag here. That's not nice. I'm... At the moment, the game struggles a bit. It could be again the crash that I had, that it struggles with something that's also running on the computer, or so. I'm not sure. Let us wait for this and then go for this antenna. I already have an antenna on here. Oh, okay, then turn this up and hopefully that works out. Is this thing turned on? It is turned on, so we hopefully now can just connect it up, and then I want to, as fast as possible, go and do the... So can I connect to this receiver? Yeah, okay. It didn't rename this. Okay, we will use this as a permanent connection, and now we just go down, I would say. For now I will just go down and see that I land somewhere, but later we will go for a bit better landing spot. Okay, let me go and try to get into atmosphere and see how the ship handles itself. Now it's starting to get nerve-wracking, I would say. The ship is coming down and it doesn't slow down anymore, so the ion thrusters don't do a lot of work anymore. And now we have to see how the atmospheric thrusters start to behave. On the Earth-like planet, they should kick in every moment now, but it could be that here they don't do that. And now the question is, should I use the hydros to slow down? Now they do something. Now let's hope that they are enough to slow us down in 5,000 meters, within 5,000 meters. Hopefully. I'm coming in pretty hot, but now I'm slowing down pretty fast. That's good. That's really, really good. Okay, come on, ship. You're doing that. You're doing a good job there. Please. I still have the hydrogen thrusters, so I could still hit the brakes, I would say, but no, it's working out. It's working out. Power is rising, and if we don't come in too hot, that should be really good. Now we are hovering. Ah, really nice. We don't have a lot of power down here, so I can't stay here and do this for ages, but at least maybe give it a try, land somewhere, and then see what happens, I would say. How's the terrain? The terrain looks relatively flat. That's a nice thing. So I'll go down a bit more. Try to be careful with everything. If the power rises more, then it could be tricky, because it might be that I don't have enough power in the end, and I still need power to get up back into orbit. So there's a blue dot, but I don't think that's water. Unknown signals. Okay. Come on, slowly, 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 slowly. Let us land and just take a step out. I want to take a step out now, out of the ship, and see how that feels. I like it. And we need to be fast. I'm running along again, and I proved my point, or the last few episodes proved my point that when you're watching, you're not in for the longer episodes. So let us just bring the ship down. Come on. Touchdown. Landed. Nice. Okay, let's hop out. And we are on Mars. Ooh, that looks nice. There is a Mars orbit, and close to it is the ship. We have a connection here. Ooh, we can see the Earth-like planet from here. So we could even, if we want, we could make a laser connection from somewhere here to the Earth-like planet. That's neat. For some reason, I really like the look on Mars. I really like how it looks. It's so bland and just red and brown and nothing else. But I like the sun, and that all looks kind of neat. I don't know. Yeah, we should bring stuff down here. Hopefully that helps us, and then decide what we build or how we build. Again, I want you to give me a bit of your opinion on, should I build a big rover, so with big blocks, or should I build a big rover with small blocks? We should be able to do one of I don't know, do the small block one, and the idea would be to have that. Maybe make it so that we have everything on there. Again, I have downloaded a mod that uses the big blocks as small blocks. I could also go for just trying to integrate the big blocks with rotors or something like that. Let me know what's your opinion on that. We definitely can talk about that. I like it down here. And having something on Mars that we could use to get around here a bit and maybe search for planetary installations or something like that would be really cool. I didn't see anything coming down here, so we might have to search for that. Good people. Thanks for watching, I would say, and welcome to Mars. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, then please leave a like on the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.